Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Locker Room Talk Uncut. Drew Garrison, Chad Penrod in the locker room, bringing you your favorite uncut sports podcast. All of the latest in sports coming right at you with no filter, by the fans, for the fans. Let's start the show. What is going on, everybody? We're back. How are you doing this evening, man?
What's up, man?
Feeling good?
Feeling good. How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm tired, but I'm here. Trying to get all these links posted out so everybody can see this thing going on. We'll pull up our comments page so we can see what people have to say. We got training camps opening up, man. We got football coming back.
The entire league's back today, right?
I think every team was back at camp by today, yes.
Exciting for everybody watching this. Exciting for the entire NFL.
Exciting for Joe fucking Burrow.
Football's back. The way it should be. You should never be without football.
Ever. No matter what, ever.
Take everything else. Just leave football and shit.
Posting this to Twitter real quick. So you got one of the new Browns jerseys on. We might have to adjust the camera so they can see it better, but
yeah,
those are actually, I kind of like them.
Yeah, 1946, as you see on the shoulder, man. Dude, this got here in like 2 days.
Yeah, you ordered that thing quick as fuck.
I was excited.
I
didn't expect it. I wouldn't even try to get it before the season. I'm happy, though.
That's what happened actually with this Mixon jersey that I'm wearing. I ordered a Burrow jersey, a black one, the day that they got released. And then I ordered this a few days later. This came the next day, and the Burrow jersey was still behind, so I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, Burrow was out for a while, so it's probably
he was a hot seller, probably, right? So what's going on with let's talk about the NBA real quick. We have it back in here. The Bucks won the finals. Who fucking cares?
Well, last time I was in here, I congratulated
That's true, you did.
I congratulated the Suns on their championship when they were up 2-0, and then Giannis happened, and Middleton happened, and we can no longer call Giannis Robin anymore because that dude dropped a 50-burger in
that's kind of what I was saying.
Series.
I was saying that all up to that, I was saying that, Giannis is more of a Robin. He's not a Batman.
You used to give Giannis a hard time, man.
I did.
He actually made it fun. Like,
I didn't watch, so I don't know.
Like, he was the only one to make it fun. I know there's a lot of injuries. It's hard telling.
It's a weird year.
How it would have happened, if say 80 don't get injured or,
Harden.
Kyrie, what would have happened. But you can't take anything from the Bucks, man. They
you can only play who they put in front of you.
Right.
So
they took out the Nets, and then, they take out
but they didn't take out the Nets.
Well, I know, but
fuck the Nets anyway. I was glad they lost. Anybody with the Lakers or the Clippers or the Nets was my pick, so I'm cool with it. I am kind of upset I didn't see Chris Paul get one. I feel like he deserves one. I feel like he's kind of a dick. He's dirty at a lot of times, but I think he deserves a ring.
He absolutely deserves a ring. And
that kind of sucks.
Now does that tarnish his legacy?
Take that cheap deal and come to the Lakers, man. Right, David Stern's wrong. He should have been a Laker.
I always said that Chris Paul and LeBron should play together.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
LeBron plays best when he's got a really good dominant point guard, as you would see with Kyrie and shit. Like, he just what he's good at. Not Schroeder, not fucking or anybody like that. Or
Schroeder's a fucking loser. He's talking about $100 and some million. We got Jake, loyal listener. He's back. He's glad we're back. Let's go. So yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't really tune it. Once the Lakers were out, I was just kind of like, all right, fuck it. Like I just didn't really care. But I was kind of pulling for CP3, but I'm cool with either one because neither one of those were super teams. They were teams that were built, kind of by they got their main star. They got their Bookers, they got their Aidens in the draft.
Right.
They did all that the right way. They went and got Chris Paul. Giannis went and got they went and got Drew Holiday, PJ Tucker for him. So it wasn't the super team like we've been used to, and that's been refreshing because you've had the Golden States and the Cavs had super teams put together, and the Lakers were, I guess, considered a super team. But I don't know exactly how I would quantify that. Jake, dude, he's giving the Browns some love. He said, "Nice jersey."
Yeah, no. Jake actually told me that on Twitter the other day. He said they look like the Bears jersey. I don't think too much like the Bears. I get where he's going to, the stripes around the arms and shit, but yeah, these are awesome. And what's weird is it's pretty much the same jersey that they have right now, but they added the 1946 logo and then they outlined everything in orange.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty simple.
But and look, man, I love Bengals Twitter. I've been having a lot of fun with you guys lately. But you can't say that they're like ripping off the old Bengals uniforms. They're from 1946. The Bengals were running around till 68. We got to let that one chill out a little bit. Back to the NBA real quick, though. Jake saw a rumor that Dennis Schroeder was offered 4 years, $150 million from the Bulls. Let him have it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take that.
I mean, that's just a bad signing for anybody that signs him for $150 million, dude.
Yikes! He just didn't play. I was excited for him too. That's the worst part. But
Right.
I don't know. He said we get into DeRozan, Westbrook, CP3, Joe Ingles, Buddy Hield, all of them. Okay, chill out now.
I did see Kuzma and the swap of picks for Joe Ingles. I think that would be a nice
Be
get.
okay with that.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with
just
really
don't fit
anything.
there, man. Like, that ever since LeBron got there, he don't really fit.
Yeah, it's just he had that rookie year and everything was good, but yeah, I just don't think he fits what they're trying to do with it. So anything we can get for Kuzma would be fine. But the Westbrook CP3 thing really does intrigue me because I don't know if Westbrook's going to take money, but I could see Chris Paul maybe taking a discount to get that ring and play with LeBron. Obviously, the Banana Boat Crew, their boys, and all that.
It just
have you seen?
It makes you wonder why they never teamed up before. I mean, just that, with how good friends they are. I would like to. I mean, not anymore. I don't really care, but CP3 and LeBron would be fun together.
Yeah, I think that would be a blast. Jake says, "Did you say how to get the jersey? Did I miss that while I'm cleaning?" He just ordered it, right? NFL shop?
Yeah. Austin, as you know, is a big Browns fan. Tried to get one too.
Oh no, he's talking about the mixing jersey that we're gonna give away from our boy Charlie at the Big Red Sports Break. So we'll get to that in a minute. Victoria's upstairs watching, says leave Kuzma alone. She's a big Kuzma fan. Jake says he's a bum ripping some shit. Your wife says, "Look, see, I'm watching." Did you tell her she got to watch more or something?
I did not.
Glad to have you here. We're glad to have you involved. So getting back to the NFL season here, you want to talk Browns or Bengals first?
I don't care. I mean, there's not a whole lot of Browns. Everybody's back, man.
Quiet training camps are good.
Yeah, well, quiet off season. It's been a quiet off season.
You got that drunk ass coach?
Oh yeah,
that woman.
Callie. Yeah, well, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it wasn't that quiet. You guys are like the Bengals now. Everybody's going to jail.
Right. So OBJ's off the PUP list. He won't be. He's not injured. He's practiced full today. Yeah, there's not a lot about the Browns. I mean, contracts coming up. It sounds like they're going to take care of Chubb and Ward before they do Baker. So
yeah, that's
quiet.
That's kind of the biggest thing. I don't know. I know their cap situation has been good, but isn't it about to get like kind of dicey? Are they going to have any big decisions to make?
With the salary cap going up and the way you can manipulate the salary cap, I don't see it. I think they're going to resign everybody just because the Browns haven't been a team yet to put those contracts on the back burner. What do they call it when they're doing their contracts, giving them their money up front?
Oh, they front loaded, give them like a big signing bonus.
Yeah, the Browns haven't done that yet because of what a lot of people were thinking is it's coming in the next year or two, and then that's going to buy them some extra years to do so. The one thing that came out of training camp today was Greedy Williams. What do you know? He's hurt again.
Is he really?
I don't know if he fell down on his shoulder again. This man was out all last year with a nerve in his shoulder.
He's supposed to be good.
Supposed to be, but that's why you draft a cornerback.
Well, yeah.
You injured like that, I don't care if it makes the team or not.
Odell is full go, right? Odell's back from his ACL tear.
Odell's full go.
That's good.
Everybody's full go.
That's going to be very, very interesting because we saw Baker get better last year again when there was no Odell. So
yeah, that is a story going in, but what I like right now is there's no stories. That just means everybody's working and going for it. They know what it is. Like I got asked about the Browns. I said, somebody asked me, well, what if they make it to the AFC Championship? Are you happy with that? No, they got to make it to the Super Bowl with this roster.
Well,
they got a top 3 roster.
Your transition has already been there. You got to the playoffs. You won the playoff game. Now anything less than going to and winning the Super Bowl is kind of a disappointment. That's where your team's at now. It's no longer get to the playoffs.
Well, it ain't the AFC Championship, even though that is a step from last year still. Like I said, you got all these contracts coming up. Got a top 3 roster in the NFL. Like, no, it's not okay unless you're making a Super Bowl run.
Jake says backload the motherfuckers like the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, they haven't done anything yet. They can do that.
And the salary cap's a fucking myth. We've learned that. The Chiefs were able to give Joe Thuney $80 million, and they didn't have hardly any money before it started. And they were able to re-sign Kels and Tyreek Hill. I found out, dude. I want to give you public credit. Travis Kelce said his name is not pronounced Kelsey; it's pronounced Kels. You've been saying Travis Kelce for years. I thought you were fucking wrong.
I thought I was wrong too and saying it wrong.
I watched a video of him saying that it is Travis Kelce. So yeah, you can do that, and the Browns will probably be aggressive and smart like that. Andrew Berry, is that him?
Andrew Berry's done everything right since
he seems to be doing things well, so I guess he'll be all right. My cousin Kurt in Florida says, "Go Bucks! You're fucking spoiled. You got Tom Brady. You got everybody back. You got a Super Bowl last year, so what the fuck ever." Chris hopped in. I hadn't talked to Chris in a while. He said, "Go Pats." He's a Pats fan, so we don't get him much Pats talk on here. But Josh Collier, a noted Bengals troll. You guys like to get together and fuck with us on Twitter. He does it on Facebook too. He's a reformed Bengals supporter. He said he's trying to win the Mixon jersey from Big Riggs, but I don't know what happened. He started drawing the trolling back. I'm not sure what's going on.
You guys have been pretty quiet. You guys haven't been too bad in the last couple months. I mean, I know football's picking up. I'm sure the dumb shit will pick up again, but you guys haven't been too bad in the last couple months.
Well, we got news out of Bengals training camp. One that I was actually going to hit on. Jake said Larry Ogunjobi is already hurt. He does have a hamstring issue. We don't know how severe that is. But if he is expected to miss any early time, this defense needs a true 3 technique. Because that's where Ogunjobi's is best. That's why he was kind of streaky in Cleveland. He was in 3 technique. He was doing well. I think they kind of switched him around, and it didn't go as good. Jake says, Zach Taylor says that Ogunjobi's day-to-day. But if he is going to miss any early time, Jarrell Casey, or bring back Geno Atkins on a cheap deal.
Jarrell Casey's still out there?
Yeah, Jarrell Casey's still out there. You have to have a good 3 technique with what they're trying to do. So hopefully...
Well, you don't have the linebackers. You do have to have a good line.
Yeah. If he's not going to get back, I hope that they address that and don't just try to roll with like a Renell Wren or something like that. Prior to camp, though, I didn't get your thoughts on this a lot. I think you were busy kind of when it dropped. The Sam Hubbard extension, 4 years, $40 million. Haven't seen exact contract terms. That's usually the max value that gets announced first. So what are your thoughts as an outsider on Sam Hubbard sticking around for 4 years?
Well, do you want me to my honest opinion, or do you want my inner Bengals fan to come out? Because let me.
You have an inner Bengals fan?
Let me just say this. This is how you guys talk. And I'm going to revert back to this. When the Browns signed Jadeveon Clowney for $10 million for a year, $10 million, exact same what Hubbard got for a year, I was told by several Bengals fans that he was overpaid because all he can do is stop the run.
Well,
what did Sam Hubbard do?
Charlie likes Hubbard because he went to Ohio State.
No, but
Hubbard was, I think, the second best run defending defensive end in the league, which is good.
2019, Jadeveon Clowney was first.
Yes, and
I'm just saying.
That's true.
I think it was a good signing for both. I think $10 million a year for Chris Hubbard is a good deal. You got to stop the run. He can generate some pass rush.
Fuck Chris Hubbard. Sam Hubbard.
Sam Hubbard. I'm sorry. Chris Hubbard's on the Browns, right tackle. But no, I think it's a great signing. You got to be able to stop the run now. And I still think he can get after the quarterback as well. And $10 million is not bad. It's not a bad. I'm sure as the contract goes, it looks better.
It usually does. Yeah.
So we, like I said, we do know he can stop the run now. Let's see him, work on getting after the quarterback a little bit better, and then it's an absolute steal.
I will say that I've always said that I think Hubbard is better kind of in a rotation, and Joseph Osai's there, Cam Sample's there if he gets back healthy. I know he's got a little issue working on.
Would Lawson get a year real quick?
A fucking lot. He got a lot guaranteed. Let me see if I can look that up. But in regards to Sam Hubbard, I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass on last year because he essentially played with one shoulder. He played with a bad shoulder all year. So hopefully he can get back to the passer a little bit more. I think that with a $10 million a year investment, they're going to expect him to get more. Lawson got a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million in guarantees.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about any guarantees from the Sam Hubbard deal. I hadn't seen it, so I'm not sure if it's out there. I'm sure there are. I just hadn't seen what they are. So if they're out there, drop a comment, let us know. Jake says, with this division, you have to stop the run. You have no choice. Mixon, Chubb, Hunt, Dobbins, Najee Harris, Lamar Jackson, the running back. So
No, you're right. You
Lamar's got fucked COVID, dude. But you do. So I think that's good. But I haven't seen a Jesse Bates extension. If he's going to get extended, it's going to be before this season starts. That's how the Bengals operate.
The thing about that is, obviously, you got to pay him. But the thing about that I wonder is anytime the Bengals make a deal, like, and they've been known to resign their guys, they're real loyal to their own guys, which is a great thing as long as they're
good and bad.
Are they willing to make Jesse Bates the highest paid safety in the league, like he should be and like he should want?
Duke Tobin said they're working on it from Jake. I did see that. They should, though. He is the best safety in the National
Right.
Football
No, absolutely. You should absolutely pay him. But I'm saying, will the Bengals, it could be just because whenever a Bengals deal happens, a lot of the time it's very team friendly.
They do a good job of getting team-friendly deals, but there have been times like when Palmer got his deal, he was the highest-paid quarterback in the league. At a point, Andy was the highest-paid in the league because right after the Kaepernick deal, it was kind of structured that way, but it was a little bit higher. So they've been known to make guys. DJ Reader's the highest-paid nose tackle in the league, at least as of last offseason when he signed. That might have changed by now. Jake says the way Tobin worded it sounded kind of bad. I think that quote was that was lumped in with the Hubbard talk and the Bates talk, so I think it was kind of more of a generalization. I didn't read into it as much as some people did, but I think that they absolutely should, because I think Jesse Bates is going to say, I should be the highest paid safety in the league, and I think that he should, so that they have to get that done. He's the heart and soul of that defense. He's the core of that defense. You don't have the middle linebacker that dominates a game, makes the calls, is the quarterback of the defense. That's all been Bates. So you have to. You don't have a choice. They can't fuck it up.
I'm seeing comments that say that right here, they don't think that they'll pay him to be the highest, but what will Jesse Bates do? He's never going to see this kind of money, even if they make him, just the top 5 safety. Is he going to bite on that if the Bengals refuse to go, make him the highest paid safety? I know if I'm Jesse Bates, I'm becoming the highest paid safety because
Absolutely.
I deserve that.
He seems like a good guy. He's quiet under the radar, but I mean, that's all good. But guys want fucking paid. And Jake brings up a good point. Get on it now before Minkah gets an extension. That's true, because he's just going to set the bar, because he's right there with Bates.
Yeah.
Because you'll have to one up Minkah's deal. Yeah, exactly. So you have to do that. I've been banging the table for Jesse Bates on Twitter for as long as this last season has been. I think it has to get done. Mm-hmm. And they have the money. The cap is there. They can do it. If you got to front load them, cut them the check. You have to adapt, because teams are doing it. The Chiefs are doing it. I think the Bucs are doing it. I mean, a lot of teams are manipulating the salary cap because we know it's there, but it's not really fucking real. Yeah. So they have to figure out a way to do that and get him locked in for the next 4 or 5 years.
There's no reason not to make him the highest paid, though. I mean, because if there's one player on that team that deserves that, it's him.
It is. It's definitely based. And Jordan Maxson says, "Do the Bengals play the franchise tag game?"
If they have to, yes.
You saw it with AJ Green last year, and obviously it didn't work out very good. $18 million a year. Did he even have 18 catches? I don't know. But they do. But
I want to get a deal done. I mean, priority one has to be Jesse Bates and getting that deal done.
I know Hubbard did,
as far as contracts go.
Hubbard walked in today wearing a Jesse Bates shirt. So I don't know if that was like.
I'm sure. I would imagine that's coming. I mean, if he likes Cincinnati and he likes being there, and all that, that's got to be on the verge.
I should have worn my Jesse Bates jersey for this. I got the orange Jesse Bates jersey in. But franchise tag, they will do it if they have to, but you don't want to. It's expensive. It's ugly.
Well, you're going to make him the highest paid safety anyway. But,
yeah.
I mean, if you have to, you slap it on him because you don't want to lose him.
Yeah, you don't want him to walk, but then it gets ugly because do they franchise him again, and then it's even more.
Well, he gets more money. I mean, that franchise tag isn't cheap.
Not at all in any position. Kirk Cousins played on 2 of them, and I think he made like $50 million guaranteed or some shit over like 2 years. It was crazy.
He's got a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah,
they need to be calling that guy's agent.
But they have got to 100% get that done. On the camp side of things, Joe Burrow, I kind of live tweeted his presser today for people that couldn't watch it. I got like 1,400 Twitter followers now, dude. I'm fucking somebody, right? Yeah. Twitter wouldn't verify me, though. Fuck you. But I think that the biggest story today is Burrow is cleared for everything. We saw. Well, let's hold on. We got some comments on the Bates thing. Let's talk about the boys this year. Oh, we'll get to Dallas later, Charlie. Josh says Jamal Adams is about to get a bag. If Bengals want to save money, they got to sign Bates fast. Yeah, that's true. And he's better than Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, to me, has been a disappointment since he's been in Seattle. Jake appreciated the live tweet at the presser. So, but yeah, to Jamal Adams, he's about to get paid. The Bengals need to do that before Minkah, before Jamal Adams. They have to. Yeah. So we saw.
We'll definitely come back to the Cowboys, Charlie.
Yeah, we'll get back to Dallas, man. I heard some stuff. They're practicing on like a fucking prison field somewhere in California.
Zeke looks good. He don't look fat and out of shape.
Zeke.
He looks like he's ready to go for the season. That's for sure.
Yes, maybe we'll jump on Dallas. I think that the Jamal Adams contract isn't even close right now. As the last report.
Yeah, but the point is get it done because that's more money you save as an organization. Because
he's gonna say, "I want to top that guy. I want to top that guy."
Yeah.
So at the media luncheon, excuse me, Mike Brown and Zach Taylor both pretty much said Burrow's not playing preseason.
They kind of contradicted themselves though. It almost looked like they weren't on the same page because
Mike Brown probably was about to take his mid-morning nap.
Yeah, they on some things they contradicted themselves. It's two different things.
But so it kind of gave the feeling that he wasn't going to play in the preseason. And then Burrow's presser today, he says that he's cleared for everything. He said that this is a 9-month injury. I'm on about month 7.5. He's like, but I'm cleared for everything. And he said, I want to feel that rush a couple of times before I go out there. I want to get hit a couple of times. He said, it doesn't really feel like football to me until I get hit a couple of times. So I want to get that done before week 1. And those aren't the exact quotes. I'm kind of paraphrasing.
You said absolutely not. You wasn't playing.
I wouldn't, just because I saw enough out of him last year with no preseason to think he's going to be all right. But, and I think I kind of thought about it more since then. He's always been fine from a mental aspect, right? I dropped the fucking mouse. Shit's going to hell. He's always been fine from the mental aspect. He's never had issues with his mentality or anything like that. But physically, I think that this is different. This isn't just COVID canceled the offseason, canceled the preseason, all that. This is, okay, oh shit, what's going to happen the next time I get hit? That's the thing that I think that kind of changed my mind. Maybe he should go out there a little bit and take some hits and get the feel and get that NFL speed back into him. Maybe take a hit and be like, okay, I'm fine. Because I think that those first couple hits, especially that first low one, it's got to be scary, right? I can only imagine if that had happened to me and then the same kind of thing happened, I would be like, oh, shit.
Let me tell you what I think. This is why I like Joe Burrow. This is why I mean, I hate you fans. I'm not a big fan of Bengals fans. Everybody knows that. But this is why I like Joe Burrow and have no problem with Joe Burrow. What he said is just spot on. I mean, you want to get out there. You want to take a hit. I mean, imagine not taking a hit. Your last time you were on an actual playing field, your fucking knee or your leg's in 2 pieces. And first play of the game, here comes Sheldon Richardson right up the middle.
Yeah.
Trey Hopkins or whoever misses a block. Daniel Hunter from the outside. Somebody misses a block and Daniel Hunter just lays you out. And that's the first hit you've had in, we'll say, a year, or however many months.
10 months, I think.
Yeah. So, and you're going to feel that the whole game. You're like, shit, I forgot that feeling.
Yeah.
To me, it is so important for Joe Burrow, whether it's that second preseason game, whether it's that third preseason game, to get on the field. I'd say more than 1 series. I say give him 2, give him 3 series, give him a quarter, give him half the game.
I don't know about a quarter or a half.
Give him. He needs to get that. It's just different from practice in a real game scenario. He needs to get out there. He needs to build, communication with the line. He needs to build chemistry with the receivers, other than just doing it in practice.
Where they're not going to let you get hit.
Exactly. Where you get 10 feet from Joe Burrow and they blow a whistle. He needs to scramble out of the pocket. They need to let him do what he's good at and let him make a play and realize he's back to playing full contact football, not we're 10 yards from you, we call it a sack.
And Jordan
So-
Maxson says, I think the Palmer route when he came back playing a series in a dress rehearsal game. I don't know if you remember that game. I remember that game vividly because Palmer took off on a scramble and slid on that surgically repaired knee. And you could hear, I was watching on TV, but you could hear the stadium like,
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And Chris says he played college ball. I don't remember exactly where. After my neck injury my junior year in college, I needed that first hit to prove to myself I was
No,
okay.
I think it's if they sit this man and his first action is against the Vikings, I don't like that. A game that's possibly winnable, I think the Vikings are going to be good. But I think a game that becomes winnable, something like that, like I said, he gets hit by Daniel Hunter or Sheldon Richardson, and he's thinking about that all game. That's not good.
And my opinion changed on it a little bit when I heard him speak today, too. It's like, okay, if that's what the motherfucker wants, why hold him out? I know that they have to protect players from themselves, but if he's cleared by his surgeon, James Atache, if he's cleared by the Bengals medical staff, which I know is a little iffy, if he's cleared for contact and ready to go, and he wants to go, give him the series, give him the 2 series, whatever. I think a quarter at the absolute most, but I think that's a little bit high.
From a marketing standpoint, it makes sense to set him because you get everything you want from week 1. Everybody's tuned in. What's Joe Burrow going to do?
Everybody's going to be tuned in anyway.
From a team standpoint, setting him, it's not the way to go in my opinion. They say it best. No one learns holding a clipboard. No one learns not being out there on the field. Like, he needs to go against some starters. He needs to feel it. That's my opinion on it.
And what's that going to look like in the preseason? Because usually the 4th preseason game is nobody. That 3rd one is the one where the starters play, typically.
I would imagine that the second week
that's kind of what I think
is going to be starters, because that 3rd week, you want to see who's going to make your team.
Right. And a lot of people hate those. I like watching those games where it's the nobodies that are going to kind of figure out how to break onto the roster and stuff. I think they're fun to watch.
It's even better when your team's on Hard Knocks because you get attached to some of these guys. And you're like, man, I really wish that guy would make the team. And either he makes the team and you love it or he doesn't, and, because it's all about depth. That's what I'm saying. One of the best teams to watch, I'm not just saying this and being biased, but one of the best teams to watch this year is the Browns, because they are going to have to release some starters from their 53.
Yeah, they're very deep.
Teams are going to find starters off the Browns roster when that 53 man's cut. If it's at 53, and I heard it could be 55 or whatever, unless they can put players back somehow. But the Browns are going to have to release multiple starters on other teams.
Yeah, so we're going to have to see how that plays. I don't think the Bengals are going to have any real good people to load that up. Josh Carter says Game 3 going to be prime Tebow time. Oh, in the preseason? Is he gonna? He's not going to take quarterback reps, though. He's going to be playing tight end.
Make the team right there.
Hey, week 4. I haven't got my tickets yet, but week 4, I'm going to that motherfucker.
Week 1 preseason week 1, Cleveland's in Jacksonville. I would imagine that Trevor's going to get maybe a series or 2, or with him being rookie. I don't know. So that'll be fun. All the Browns preseason games are nationally televised, which is kind of weird, but more so than the Browns. I kind of feel like I know where they're at, but I'm really excited to watch Jacksonville just because I want to see sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to watch him too. I've always kind of thought Sunshine was kind of a douchebag, but I'm excited to watch him
I'm the
play.
type that goes back and gets on NFL Network because they'll play the preseason games throughout the week. They'll play every game.
Yeah. And
I like watching all that shit. And it's not, like I said, it's just not the starters. I just like to see. I mean, it gives you that high school, college feel to where guys are trying to make the team, so they're going out there and busting their ass and playing as hard as they can. And you see, you can watch. If you really like football, that's some good football to watch.
It really is. And Josh says Urban is pretending there's a quarterback competition, so Gardner will probably play with the starters. Come on, dude. It's over. Gardner Minshew's cool. He's got a mullet. He wears like short shorts and shit. He's a fucking white trash legend, but let's not do that.
I understand it from Urban, though. I mean,
I guess. But, let's just be real. Jake says, tell Josh week 4 is going down. Come to 158. Let's get it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been looking at tickets. I haven't bought them yet. I just got other shit going on, so I haven't really been able to settle in and get it. But I do plan to go to that one. That plans to be my first trip in the new upgraded Bengals van. As a Buckeye, Chris hopes that Trevor Lawrence gets shattered. Yeah, the Buckeyes don't really like T-Law that much.
No problem with him now.
And Jordan Maxson says the battles in Bengals camp are going to be Fred Johnson, Xavier, and Billy Price. That's absolutely true. They're acting like Jackson Carman's going to start at right guard pretty much no matter what.
As of right now, I don't like any of them.
But
I mean, where's Quentin Spain? I like him.
That's the thing with me. If Carmen's going to start at right guard, which I'm not really all that happy with, but it is what it is. Spain needs to be at left guard. Spain needs to start on that line. He came in mid-season, COVID protocols, all that shit, and he played good when he got in there, and he bounced all around the line. Settle him in somewhere and let it go. But there is going to be a good – I think Billy Price might get cut or traded if they can trade anything for him by this, because I think Fred Johnson's going to stick. I think Xavier Su'a-Filo will stick. I think Billy Price might.
Can you imagine being Billy Price and getting cut by the Bengals?
Getting cut by the Bengals offensive line?
You're a first-round pick and you get – I mean, getting cut by the Bengals offensive line.
That was a panic. Carmen has to start. He is their justification for taking Chase in the first. I understand that. They do have a point to prove. They have to try to back up their decision-making with that.
Well, yeah, I actually agree with that, too. I mean, you took him in the second for a reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, I personally didn't like it, but, I mean, obviously he's my guy now. He's wearing stripes, so I'm rooting for him. But, yeah, you kind of got to justify that. Because their whole justification for Jamar Chase in the first was we're okay with Jonah Williams at left tackle, and then they go get Carmen in the second. So
Jordan says the Bengals offensive line is going to be a battle till game one.
I hope so. I mean, I hope everybody has to earn it. I think a big part of the problem last year was Jim Turner had his guys. They said he played a lot of favorites, and they kind of played no matter what. That's why Michael Johnson was in there. I guess he just liked Michael Johnson, and I'll never forget Michael Johnson.
So is all the Bengals fans in here? Are we all under the same roof here when we say it's you got to be nervous about it? It's got to be shaky. It's more of a show me. You got to show me that you got this right. And I mean, I know you guys want to be optimistic and all that, as maybe you should be, but I don't feel like with what they did is enough yet, but they could prove me wrong.
And Jake says, I don't want a rotating line either, give a set squad. That was part of the problem last year, and a lot of that had to do with injury and stuff like that. But if they're healthy, I want a solid, straight offensive line that who it's going to be. Now, I think that the line is better than last year, but I'm also in the camp, and I was –
Well, you added Riley Reid.
I was Team Sewell. Getting Bobby Hart the fuck out upgraded it, no matter who you replace him with. But I think it's going to be better. I think it has a chance to be an average offensive line. But I don't think that they did enough to make it to where I'm super confident. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I've chosen, and I've said this on Twitter, I've chosen to just be optimistic. It's more fun to be optimistic. I'm not going to be crazy, but I'm still going to call them on their shit. But I do think that the line's going to be better. I think it can be an average line. And if that's the case, that is an improvement from last year. But I'm not by any means saying we've got top 10, top 15 line or anything like that. I think it's going to come somewhere.
You just want a solid line.
But, we just need a solid line. And Bengals fans love Frank Pollock. I love Frank Pollock too. But at the end of the day, man, Frank Pollock's going to be a much better coach than Jim Turner was. But Frank Pollock doesn't play.
That's right.
Frank Pollock doesn't line up between the hash marks and go at it. So that's the thing. Chris House says, I agree they're better, but they're still garbage on the line. If I go play, I could go play.
The one thing you guys have to understand is the guy that holds the keys. Say this is just a top 20 line. The way you make an average, a tad bit below average line a little bit better is by running the football.
Yes.
So this has a lot to do with Zach Taylor and not dropping Joe Burrow, who's coming back off of a terrible injury 40 and 50 times. Like, I get it. It's cute. The numbers are cute, but you're going to end up with the same results if they don't learn to give Joe Mixon the football. He's got to be.
And you're paying him $12 million a fucking year.
He's got to be the offense's best friend this year is Joe Mixon. They have to try for 4 quarters to establish the run, even if the run game isn't working. If you're only getting 2-3 yards of carry, still run the football on first downs. Set yourself up for short fieldage, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7s, 3rd and 5s, to where it's not let's get in shotgun and everybody's running down the field and, we're looking for deep passes where you can hit Tyler Boyd, who's one of the better route runners and slot receivers in the game, on a 5-yard slant, and you get the ball out of Joe Burrow's hands quick. Like, there is so much that this is going there's so much of this on Zach Taylor, as much as it is on the offensive line. Like, he has to call the right plays. He has to get 28 involved. Otherwise, he just needs to go.
Frank Pollock is the run game coordinator. Joe Mixon's very excited about that. I hope that matters. But at the end of the day, Zach Taylor is going to call the plays. We know that. We know that Taylor's going to call the plays. Chris says 32nd offensive line to the 28th offensive line. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think they'll make more improvement than that. Frank Pollock doesn't allow bullshit technique like Michael Jordan did to get Burrow hurt. Coming from Jake, that's true. Charlie says if they can get to the 16th best line with those weapons, they win by 9 games.
They might win more than that.
So with Charlie's comment and on the topic of the Bengals, many of you saw that we are teaming up with Charlie Riggin from Big Red Sports Breaks to give away a signed Joe Mixon jersey. So the way that this is going to work is I need you to DM me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you get in touch with me for a link to his Facebook group if you're not in it. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to keep track of who joins his group and who says, hey, Locker Room Talk Uncut sent me to get in this drawing. And the way that it's going to work, I believe it's Saturday around 8 o'clock. He goes live, and we're going to put as many people as there are. We've got up to like 80 balls, he said. So as many people can enter as they want. We're going to put the balls in, and we're going to say, okay, first person that told me was person A. Second person told me person B. All the way through till the end. He rolls them in a bingo cage. It's live. He puts the balls in right in front of you so you see that everything's legit. He rolls it. Your ball wins. You get the jersey free of charge. He will ship it to you directly. He's out of Chill Coffee. So that is the way to win the Joe Mixon jersey. DM me on whatever platform. I will get you a link to join the group. Once you join the group, we'll put you in the drawing. However many people get in it, that is the odds that you have. Victoria wants confetti poppers, or she's not watching. Charlie and his wife do a good job with their live broadcast. I think it's a lot of fun to watch. I spent a fuck ton of money in there last week and didn't win shit, but that's all right because I got a signed Chad Johnson jersey from there. I got a signed T. Higgins helmet from there. I got a signed Joe Mixon jersey from there. I got a signed Tyler Boyd jersey from there. I got a signed Jabril Peppers Michigan jersey from there. I've got all kinds of shit from it. So it's cool. You know, you can win a signed jersey for like $10. I won you the Kozar jersey, right?
Yeah, look. So I was going to show this. So, Charlie, I know you see that. I mean to talk to you, man. I need a Joe Thomas.
I tried to win you a Joe Thomas, dude. I tried.
I need Joe Thomas and I need Jim Brown. So I'll buy them straight out. I'll buy them outright from you. You just tell me how much it is. I need Joe Thomas and Jim Brown.
He had an Anthony Munoz jersey. He posted in there the other day, and I was like, dude, fuck that. I'm not even leaving that up to chance. Anthony Munoz is the Bengals GOAT. He is the Hall of Famer. He's our only Hall of Famer. I was like, what is it, $150? He's like, yeah. I was like, bet. I just bought it outright. I mean, you can buy him outright from him too. So
yeah, I might want to hold out. Yeah, that's something. Jim Brown might cost me a fucking ton.
He did the Joe Thomas jersey. I don't think you got in. I tried to get you a spot in there too.
Yeah, I should have got in. I was late. I was late to it, man. Just been busy with work and shit. But
so it is
I
fun.
would love a Joe Thomas jersey hang up downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna put I got all these Bengals. I gotta start framing them. Hopefully, I can get into a better house with a basement here soon after I'm done renting this motherfucker. So Big Rig Sports Breaks. It is a group on Facebook. DM me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you have my phone number, text me, whatever. It's not just new members, but we're hoping to get new members in because there's not a ton of people that watch this that I think have gotten in there yet. So that'll be it. All of his jerseys have certificate of authentication. God damn.
Spit it out, Junior.
Authentication cards with them. You can look up the number online, see when and where it was signed. It is all 1,000% legit signed memorabilia.
It's such an easy way to win such a nice jersey, man. I mean, you can hang that shit up anywhere. I mean, that shit's gonna
especially
look good.
Like a guy like Joe Thomas, legend forever. A guy like Anthony Munoz, legend forever. I'll spend $150 on that easily and be like done. So you can buy.
I mean the Joe Mixon jersey. I mean that's just such an easy jersey to win. By all you got to do is message Drew. Like if you're a Bengals fan,
yeah, it's free.
And they say there's only 80 balls. Like you should be fucking blowing him up like right now.
Yeah, my phone hasn't even gone off
yet. And it's free. It's gonna ship for free. I mean, you're getting a free fucking Joe Mixon jersey. So
I got one for
you guys that are in here right now. You know what I mean? Like you have the upper advantage. There's only what.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the DMs in chronological order. Whoever sends me first gets one. I had somebody already send me one, so I'll break that down. But And I want to sign Joe Mixon jersey from Charlie too. That's one I forgot. I actually have one of those upstairs too. So I've gotten all kinds of shit from there. Jake said I already DM'd you on Facebook. I just got it, so you are in. So yeah, man. Shout out to Charlie.
Charlie.
We've had the kind of a working relationship here, but it's a good way to get maybe some people listening here, some people into his group to check out the stuff he's got. So that should be fun. Man, I don't know what else we've gotten. Oh, Nick Diaz, dude. Nick Diaz is coming the fuck back. I know you're excited.
My favorite fighter ever. I don't know if you guys all watch UFC or not. September 25th.
Dude, I'm pissed. Well, I got a Pee Wee football game at 8 o'clock that night.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna, that fight won't be until midnight or anything. But, yeah, man, I can't wait for him. The real OG. I mean, he's the one who started all this shit talking. I mean, the Diaz brothers are kind of like Chad Ochocinco. I mean, they talk all this shit, but they can back it up. It's kind of like Joe Burrow. We'll see how his sophomore year goes, but I respect guys like that who talk the shit, who make it entertaining, and then back it up.
Yeah, you gotta follow through.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
First fight
against Robbie Lawler. Yeah,
6 years he's been out.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But those dudes fight.
If you like Nate Diaz, you gotta like Nate Diaz. I mean, he started this shit.
But the Diaz brothers don't just train all the time; they fucking fight all the time.
Yeah,
really fight.
Every week's a fight. I've always had Joe Burrow.
There we go.
I've never talked bad about Joe Burrow. I always thought Joe Burrow was going to be good.
You made some knee jokes, you son of a bitch.
It's what's around Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow didn't fucking hurt his own knee. You guys just said Fred Jackson did. It's
Michael Jordan. Fucking
Michael Jordan. You're never gonna. You can have the best quarterback in the world, but if you don't have a line, it doesn't matter. No quarterback is going to throw off their back foot 50 times a game
and win you anything. Survive.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen that way. So we appreciate you're being a little bit nicer to the Bengals fans today, and we like that.
I'm being nice to Joe Burrow because I like Joe Burrow. Yeah, he was once a Buckeye.
Fuck that, man. I'm sick of the Buckeyes trying to claim Joe Burrow. You didn't appreciate him. I talked to Zevia. I legitimately talked to Zevia and got permission to show their product on our YouTube without getting flagged. Shout out to Zevia, dude. That shit's good.
Fuck yeah.
For a fat guy like me that needs to stop drinking pop, it's good. So that is, but yeah, man, that's all good. Diaz brother is coming back. James Farmer said, "Was that mine?"
I
think he's talking about the Kozar jersey.
No, that one was mine.
No, but you bought the Kozar jersey from Charlie that you gave him, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's where we got it. We got a guy. We got a plug, Jimmy.
Yeah.
But that's two separate jerseys.
Two Kozar jerseys. Mine's hanging up downstairs.
I won the Kozar jersey in a drawing. I got into it all on a whim. And I was like, if I win it, I'll give it to my boy. So that's what happened. I actually just ended up winning it, so I gave it to him. The whole once a Buckeye, always a Buckeye shit is bullshit unless they do well elsewhere, then they claim them. That's kind of true. You didn't appreciate Joe Burrow.
I didn't know too much about Joe Burrow until he got to LSU. I just knew he was in a good competition with Dwayne Haskins.
But that was hard to go wrong. Look at the year Dwayne Haskins had. It was hard to go wrong there. Urban Meyer did Burrow a solid by saying, "Hey, dude, you're not the guy. Go somewhere and play." I'll give him that. That's the one time Urban wasn't a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can, and like you said, look at Dwayne Haskins' year.
Yeah, I mean that year at Ohio State, I think
whether he was a Buckeye or whether he, maybe it's why I don't mind Joe Burrow. Why I like Joe Burrow is because he was once a Buckeye, but I'm not sure if that was it. I just think he's good. He's a good quarterback.
And he's Ohio guy,
the best college one. Let's see, the best year from a college quarterback ever. I won't go so far and say he was the best college quarterback ever.
We didn't have that sustained.
Right, he did it for a year. Maybe best season for sure.
Yeah, he definitely had the best season of any college quarterback ever. Jake Wing says, Urban Meyer fucked Joe Burrow over if Josh is still watching. Jake's a Florida fan, so you used to love Urban too. Ohio State fans fucking hated Urban Meyer, and then my heart hurts and all that shit. And then they got $45 million, and all of a sudden they bought him. Get the fuck out.
We are a few days. Well, all that matters is we're a few days from August. High school football, college football, NFL. Like preseason starts in August.
Hey, speaking of high school, we mentioned this last week. You guys know I've been busy. I got a baby in the hospital. He's been busy. He's been working. We didn't get in here last week. Cassia Zamet. Did I pronounce that right?
Cassie Zamet.
She went to Iowa. She's a female wrestler from Miamisburg High School, 5 minutes down the road.
Yes.
And she went to Iowa and won a natty.
A national championship in women's wrestling, I think at
132? Yeah, I think
132-pound national championship wrestler right here from Miamisburg, man. She just did an awesome job.
Yeah, I think
she actually ended up going up a weight class, and I think I'm gonna have to ask my buddy Dave.
I know she
went up a weight class, and I think she took 5th.
Yeah.
At another national tourney, and she was a lot smaller than those other girls. So
shout
outs to Cassie, man. That shit right there was, yeah, that's awesome.
Hello from me and your mom. Her phone's almost dead. That's my Aunt Julie. She's watching with my mom. How are you guys today? Jordan Max in Miamisburg guy says, rep the Berg. Yeah, man, that's awesome. There's a national champion wrestler from Miamisburg, and it's a woman, and I think that's cool as shit because women's wrestling is turning into a bigger and bigger thing every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's completely awesome. But yeah, we do got
we got high school football starting up here soon. Just want to say good luck to all the teams around here. West Carrollton, Miamisburg, Springboro, Fairborn. I mean, it's about to get fun. You
August 20th,
and give it all you got.
The Miamisburg West Carrollton, August 20th, and your boy's playing some middle linebacker for the Vikings this year.
We'll see. We'll see how he does. He's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But dude, he's fucking huge. This kid's giant. His arms are giant. So things are going well there. But yeah, man, Friday night football, Saturday football all day. And then Sundays will be here before you know it. Jordan Maxson says, fuck Springboro. That is kind of Miamisburg's new rival now.
That's a Miamisburg boy, I can tell.
Yeah, because West Carrollton's been bad for so long. The rival has kind of switched to Springboro. Jake says, go Berg. I think he's a Miamisburg guy also. I'm a transplant. I was a West Carrollton guy, but I'm getting ready to go to football practice here in a little bit for the Wee Vikes. So I've kind of transitioned too. So yeah, man, it's going to be fun. And for the kids that I'm coaching, man, we got those 5 8 o'clock games this year. Yeah, we're gonna get some under the lights. I know when your son was playing those under the lights games,
they're awesome. They're awesome, man. And it feels like you can feel the pads cracking, man. And under the lights there's nothing like it. It gets the some of the kids who, like Jake said here, get ready for some college ball. Yeah, lots of D1 offers in Berg. Yeah.
Hey man, Christian Davis, AJ Sally.
Listen, they're sleeping on Jackson. They're sleeping on the receiver from Miamisburg.
Jackson McGowan
is going to be a problem.
Yeah, and so I think Miamisburg's got a chance to make some noise this year. That's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be nice to be able to actually go to the games this year. I couldn't get tickets last year because of the limited COVID shit until these motherfuckers probably try to take everything back from us again. Victoria, we accept you as a Berg boy. You have to. We have a child together. You have to accept me no matter what now, mullet and all. I can let myself go now. Not that I didn't already. Jake says you're about to be the damn mayor of Berg. You blew Drew. There was a guy on Facebook today.
I've seen that.
I don't want to assume, but he looked as if he may be homeless.
Hey,
I don't know though.
Maybe not. He did look.
Maybe he just had a bunch of stuff with him because he was walking through.
He looked like fucking Blystone.
But he said, impeach Michelle Collins. I can't remember his last name. Him for mayor. I got competition out here. I got to watch out. How is Carter doing for the Bucks? I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, Carter. I'm not sure you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who that is. But Michigan, I don't fucking expect anything. Jim Harbaugh, they're all saying now that he's going to beat Ohio State or he's going to die trying. He's going to
die trying.
All these other guys are like, the players are like, you can just tell Harbaugh really wants to win. He hasn't wanted to win the first 6 fucking years. What are you talking about? Now he wants to win? I just don't trust him. I don't trust him.
Been time to move on.
Chris Carter's boy. Is he a receiver? I don't.
To be honest, I don't know, Charlie.
Look, we're going to be completely honest here. We are pro football guys.
No, I mean we're all about.
He loves Ohio State. He went to the Big Ten championship.
I don't really keep up. I mean, obviously the quarterback battle going into Ohio State. That's something to watch. I know Quinn Ayers has talked something about leaving high school and getting 6-7 figures. I haven't got into the story yet, and possibly going to Ohio State soon and competing for a starting spot is what I thought I heard. I don't know how that can happen. I'm gonna have to read about it more. I don't want to.
He's got a bleach blonde mullet. He's a bitch.
He's good shit.
Bleach blonde mullet. Don't trust you. Jordan says Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like a man amongst boys as a freshman at Ohio State. I had heard that.
Yeah.
I had heard that Harrison's boy's doing good, but to be completely honest with you, we root for our college teams. We love our college teams, but when it comes to knowing every player on a college roster, it's almost
during. I mean, because you just got so many, kids.
Yeah, there's so many people. There's
But
8
come
number 9s.
come the season, we'll know the elites and who's standing out and what's going on. But yeah, as far
That's
as
who he was talking about. He was talking about Harrison.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, with college, man, like I said, I love Michigan. I hate Ohio State, but when it comes to knowing as much about them as I do the Bengals, I think it's just almost impossible. I can't follow recruiting as heavily as I used to.
Like the kids coming in 2024 and the kid,
Michigan,
you got to wait and see. In my opinion, you got to wait and see those guys play on the field. I mean, was like fucking Ryan Leaf coming out there. He was supposed to be this big ass, and he wasn't shit. So yeah, you got to watch him play at college. Really.
And the NFL COVID rules, I just want to hit on that. They're completely fucking forcing people's hands to get this vaccine.
It's crazy.
I made a decision today. All right. I'm going to try to stop talking so much shit about COVID and vaccines and politics on the internet. It's getting fucking exhausting. But for the NFL, they're like forcing that. The Vikings fired their offensive line coach and moved him to a different role because he refused the vaccine. So I think everybody that's watching this probably knows exactly how Chad and I feel about the vaccine. But I'm going to sell out my morals and say I'm glad the Bengals are over 90% vaccinated because I want to watch the motherfuckers play.
No. From a fan in general, you want everybody to be vaccinated just because of the way they have the rules so different for the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. I mean that's just the fan in us to want that. The one thing I didn't like I said, I'm not going to get political about this shit right now, but Ron Rivera coming out saying he's very disappointed in most of his team who's not vaccinated. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's their choice.
I get the dude had cancer and all that and was getting treatment at halftime and all that, but that don't matter. That don't matter. You saying you're disappointed in somebody for their beliefs is just not right.
Yeah, that's just like saying he's disappointed because there's a guy that's Jewish or something. Like it's. I mean, I know religion and that are different, but it's just. That's my whole thing. I've been talking shit about the vaccine forever. I know people that have it. People close to me have it. I haven't shamed them for it. I haven't shamed them for getting it. But if you say that you don't like it or you're against it, you get shit on. That's fucking stupid. Let people make their own goddamn decisions.
Yeah.
Jake's the same from San standpoint. I don't want that distraction when we have 10 players not vaxxed. Yeah, because you can lose games now.
Yeah.
If there is an unvaccinated, but it's only if there's an unvaccinated person that starts an outbreak.
Yeah. Which is why it's bullshit. I mean, because like you said, you're pressing those people who don't believe in the vaccine to get the vaccine. It's not that way with flu shots and shit like that. It just shouldn't be that way.
But you can start an outbreak while vaccinated. It's been documented. You can get COVID and spread COVID while vaccinated. So if a vaccinated person starts an outbreak, I think that, the rules are much different, so the game will be able to go on. But if an unvaccinated person starts an outbreak and you can't field a team like we saw last year, there's no moving games to Wednesday. There's no pushing bye weeks back. You just fucking lose. Yeah. And you might not get a playoff spot off of that.
If the Browns players are watching this, get vaccinated.
It's no longer my body, my choice. Yeah, my body, my choice only counts when you're killing babies. Fuck that. I will. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to do it on Facebook. I didn't say I wouldn't do it on here. The Colts have vaccinators that were vaccinated and still got COVID. Yeah, Frank Reich has it. He's fully vaccinated. He got it. So the way the rules are, though, everybody go get shot up, I guess. That's the way that I kind of have to do with that. So I don't know, man. We about wrapped up. What else you got? You got anything good?
Yeah.
It's about to be like MMR shots. I don't really know what that means, Charlie. I'm not going to lie to you. So I know we've been spotty here and there. He's been working a lot. I got a new baby.
Once the season gets going, we'll be in here
all that stuff. But yeah, once the season's going, you can pretty much count on once a week. Probably Wednesdays, I think we talked about, kind of right before the Thursday night game to start the new week. We'll recap the old week, preview the new week. All that stuff's good. So yeah, we will be much more consistent. This is a football show, man. It is what it is. We talk about other sports, but we are mainly focused on football. Charlie says, good to see you guys again. Good to see you, man. Remember, DM me or DM Charlie Riggin. Find him on here. Click his name on the comment. DM him. Tell him LRT sent you. We will put you in the drawing. That'll be Saturday. So I need everybody in. It's Saturday at 8, he says. I need everybody to do this Saturday by 9 o'clock. I'll post a tweet and a Facebook post and stuff kind of outlining it as well. But that will be drawn Saturday to find out who won the Joe Mixon jersey. We'll give you a shout out on the next show. So we are going to head out of here. Chad's probably going to go work out because he's still getting skinny and shit. I'm going to go coach kids and say, well, this is my cardio. I'm going to find that. That's right. I'm up moving around. Right? That counts as cardio. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry too. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Locker Room Talk Uncut. Enter for the Mixing Jersey. Follow us on Twitter at LRT Uncut. That's our Instagram name as well. If you're not on there yet, we're trying to kind of build this thing up a little bit more. Football's going to be back. It's going to be much more fun. Maybe we'll get some more giveaways going in. Charlie says if it takes another week, no biggie, up to you guys. Fuck that, man. They got to get in the group by Saturday at 7. Have a good night. Hoorah. Thank you for your service, Jordan, former Marine. I'm going to sweat my ass off. That counts too. Yeah. So there's going to be lots of stuff going on. We are glad to be back. We can even talk about preseason games.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some football to talk about.
Yeah, just
and we're
football
going
in
to be much. We'll text each other sometimes like, you want to do a pod this week? What are we going to talk about? I don't fucking know. So we're just glad it's all back. Tune in next week. I'll get this up on the podcast platforms later this evening. So you can listen if you weren't able to watch the live. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Locker Room Talk Uncut. Go ahead and do the Browns thing. What's that? Roof? Who day? Fuck you guys. Not fuck you guys. Fuck him.